the fourth episode of House of the Dragon season 3 is out. And after watching it, well, it feels like another episode of nothing happening. And that's disappointing, but anyway, in this episode, well, we basically see the Hightower army going into Tumbleton and taking over that place. So they now control it, and Rhaenyra knows about it, and she doesn't know what to do because that town or city or whatever it is did pledge their allegiance to her, so she can't exactly use her dragons on them. That would set a really, really bad example. So she's trying to figure out what to do, and then we see Damon going to the Vale to get some gold from Lady Arryn, and there Caraxes notices that there's a dragon there, and it takes Damon, and they find Rhaena and Sheep Stealer hiding out there, and he immediately realizes that they were the ones during the big sea battle, and she's responsible for his death, just as his death, and he's really confused. He doesn't know what to do, and honestly, we see the fatherly side of Damon come out for once. It is nice to see. I mean, he wants to protect his daughter. He doesn't know what to do. He tells her to leave the dragon and leave Westeros, but she says she won't leave it, and then he tells her that they can go and try to explain to Rhaenyra what happened, but she doesn't want to do that either. And honestly, that's probably not a good idea. I don't think Rhaenyra would spare her. And then she just asks him to keep quiet about this, and she takes off with Sheep Stealer. So honestly, I'm guessing that that's probably all we'll see of her in this series, because from what I know about the character who was supposed to tame Sheep Stealer, that character also leaves because she was involved with Damon, but and Sheep Stealer is out of the picture. And now it's the same thing. It's kind of the same thing. Sheep Stealer and Rhaena is probably gonna leave, and nobody's gonna see them again. They're probably gonna go to Essos or something. So anyway, Damon brings back some sheep herder's head and tells Rhaenyra that this is the guy and who was Sheep Stealer's rider, and she easily accepts it because I guess she believes Damon, but him just bringing that head to her and not explaining who it was, who they were sided with, it is a problem. Rhaenyra does ask him that, but she doesn't really go into it too deep. So I guess Damon's daughter's safe now, unless they change the story again and she decides to show up for another big battle. I mean, there is going to be another big battle where it could be really helpful, but I don't know where the story is going with her character. And then what else happens? Well, uh, what else to say? Oh yeah, we see Darren Targaryen finally, and apparently he has brownish hair. I don't know if they dyed his hair to make sure nobody knows, but anyway, we see him. So he's there, and he seems like a good person, honestly. And we get to know more of his uncle, I guess. Oh yeah, I guess he is his uncle, Ormond Hightower, and he seems to be really religious, and seems like a good man at first because while the Hightower army is in Tumbletown, the one of the men tries to attack Hugh Hammer's wife because the men are all staying in the local residences with the people, and he seems to dispatch. Nothing happens to her. They somehow manage to stop it, but he seems to dispatch justice for her and punishes his man, and he seems like a good person. But later on, we see that he doesn't really like Targaryens, and he doesn't. He's really actually against them. and that's a different dynamic. And we only start seeing that after we learn that Aemon isn't coming. Oh yeah, then Christian Cole's army goes to Harrenhal. They reach there looking for Aemon, and the only one there is the that witch, and she tells her that he fled, but we know that's not true. He fell down after getting stabbed, so she's probably hiding him. And they decide to depart. So Aemon's actually there, but they don't know, so they're gonna leave. And they send word to Owen Hightower that Aemon's gone, so he starts showing his real character about his dislike of Targaryens, and he tells Darren that he needs to become the king now. And at the end of the episode, we see him bringing the brother of the woman that was attacked by the soldier to for Daeron to kill him. Okay, that's a complete 180 on his character in just a few minutes. But he says that he has to kill him because that man retaliated and attacked one of the Hightower men while his sister was being attacked. And Daeron doesn't want to do it, but he forces him to do it. And that's how the episode ends. So yeah, overall, this episode, I mean, not any much action. Oh yeah, Hugh Hammer and his dragon does go to Tumbleton at the end of the episode, where his wife is, because he wants to, and he asks Rhaenyra to do so. And then we see Olf for a while. I mean, he wants to go drinking in the tavern, but Rhaenyra says that's too risky and he's not allowed anymore. So yeah, a lot of stuff I guess happened, but nothing exciting happened. No fights, and that this is starting to get annoying and starting to feel similar to the previous season. But I do know there is one big fight coming, but just two fights for another season, it's not enough. I mean, we needed no more. And I guess if the story is accurate, we can't actually do that because there isn't enough material. But the series should remain 3 seasons, so I guess that's what we get. And hopefully we'll get some more action in the next episode, because I know there is a big battle at Tumbletown coming. I just don't know when. I'm wondering if they're gonna just save for the end and just stretch on with Rhaenyra struggling to rule and everyone talking and going places and doing stuff. So yeah, that seems to be the case. That it's probably likely that that's how it's going to happen, and they're going to save the battle for probably the what's the last episode going to be? Is it 8 episodes long or 10 episodes? Anyway, the second last episode is probably when the battle's going to happen, and in the last episode we'll probably see the aftermath of that. But yeah, that's what's happening now. But at least Damon's back in King's Landing now. I mean, he went there. He went out. Usually, when he goes out, you don't see him for a few episodes. But he came back pretty quickly for the Vale. He got some gold. So I guess we'll get to see more of Daemon and Rhaenyra together. So I guess it's an okay episode, but it is not good enough. Because we need more action. We need more dragon action. Just showing them isn't enough. At least they're gonna give us a Sheep Stealer Caraxes mini fight before Daemon realizes that it was Rhaena. But we didn't get that, so I don't know.